Hey there, it's Sandra, Pike, Deals and Heels, Halifax Realtor, and today I am talking to someone who became a friend over the past year and a half from O-Town. That's what I like to call Ottawa. And it's Dean Nachos Bracko. He is the coolest guy that I know, and he has certainly helped me a lot in my business. And actually, Dean, you're the reason why we're the first realtors in the world. And it seemed so weird to say that, to have the Facebook Messenger app on our website. So it's just weird to say that.
We're not really, I'm not the athlete that's number one in the world winning the 100-meter sprint, but to do something number one in the world, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, well, it's your fault, so it's great. Thank you. So, Dean, why don't you just tell us a little bit about who you are and your background?
For sure. So I'm a salesman. A lot of people and real estate agents kind of got that reputation too. They're not always proud to have a reputation that way, but I got my start selling in my mom's furniture store, and then went out on my own selling pet supplies, some of the top brands of dog treats and things that you might see in the stores. I did sell in the past, and discovered the ability of Facebook to help me as a salesperson way back in like 2008, 2009. I would put all the clients onto my Facebook group back then, and let them know about the new products. And really, that's how I discovered Facebook and Facebook advertising.
Oh, wow. Yeah, you know what? It's so funny. You and I were chit-chatting yesterday, and my head was in a swivel. Like, it was almost like overload. And but I was like, okay, I got to get this done. I got to get this done. And oh my God, to be inside of my head yesterday was a conundrum. And yeah.
It's 2019, and I'll tell you, working with you is so simple. Like, I know I send you emails and say, hey, sign up for this, sign up for this. And like, consider it done is amazing to me. And it was SoundCloud yesterday. I think one of the emails, I said, sign up. And I went on SoundCloud. You already had like 4 kind of tracks up there. That's super cool. You got to move fast.
I know. Well, I uploaded them all. And so SoundCloud, for those who don't know, but so Dean, you and I have been talking, and and even speaking with David, last time, it's not video marketing, but voice marketing that's going to be big this year. And so the SoundCloud is, I can take my videos and just have the voice. So it's not that people want to listen to me in their cars. But,
well, they all enjoy looking at you and listening. So, so this is why I don't compliment people. It's just creepy.
But yeah, no, I am my own entity. But anyway, it's just with real estate or with any business, like, technology is always changing, and it's trying to keep up on stuff, and it's like, how I did real estate, I've only been in the industry 8 years. And what I did, like, even last year, like, I'm not doing it. And it seems this year, my biggest focus, I would say, is organic SEO. It's a lot on Google. And so that's where my head is this year. But I know I still have to do the Facebook thing as well, because that's important for my business.
And I heard you on an earlier show of yours, on the Deals and Heels show, talk about Google and the SEO. And I think that is, it's a lot of work. And if you envision a future without websites, you need to be all over Google. We don't need to go to your website as much anymore. And a couple of years down the road, I just need to look up, Google will bring your website to the search results, or bring it to my social feed, wherever it is. I don't need to go to your website. You have to bring all that to Google, and then to whatever social is going on, and now voice.
It's my 2 dogs upstairs are just going berserk. They must see someone outside. I don't know if you hear them, but it's just amazing. And if I was to look over the past 3 years, where a lot of my business was coming from, and apart from my past clients and my sphere, Google was the second lead generation for me last year. So it was, I am all over Google this year.
Love
So
it. I
yeah.
love it. And all of your advertising, whether I hear radio here, I'm fairly new to O-Town or Capital City, and I hear agents advertising on the radio, which is great, awareness.
Yeah.
And then the first thing I'm going to do is go and Google you.
Oh,
So
absolutely.
if you don't show up after I hear your radio commercial, it was a lot of money spent on the radio that I found another agent possibly.
Yeah, and it's so funny because, and I was telling this to David, there's a new brokerage here in town, and they consider themselves global.
Yeah.
But if I'm in, Germany, and I don't know who this real estate company is, I'm typing in Halifax homes for sale, Nova Scotia, click, and that's all done through Google. So, Google is powerful. So, we talked about, Sandra 7. And I mean, I know you just got so many other things on the go, and I'm excited to talk to you today. But what would you say your favorite book is?
My favorite book is Never Eat Alone.
Ooh, what's that one about?
Relationships, and I think you're really good at it, but how to build and maintain relationships, keep in touch with people, and just the way you can kind of communicate. And so there's a lot. You can read just parts of that book and just start bringing it into whatever systems you have.
Yeah.
And to be honest, I don't read at all. Books are something I read maybe 20 years ago.
Yeah.
And now I consume online. I've read over 1.5 million comments for clients on Facebook, like just as work, plus probably another million just going through posts and comments. There's a ton of information that leads you to blogs and to the real news sources. I don't read mainstream news. It's wrong most of the time.
Yeah.
And with the internet now, we can get to the source.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, I agree wholeheartedly. And so, I mean, you and we talk about Gary Vaynerchuk and whatnot, but who would you say would be your favorite CEO who you're following?
Elon Musk.
Who's that?
Elon Musk is the founder of Tesla, of SpaceX, originally of PayPal, the first one to put kind of like businesses onto the internet. So he started PayPal, whatever that was, 20 years ago, used that money to build a rocket company. He's taken us to Mars maybe in the next 6-8 years.
Yeah.
The Tesla, the electric car, which you'll read in the mainstream media, is a terrible company. Everybody's kind of betting against him, and that's just exploding right now. And then he started the Boring Company, which is digging tunnels and solving the transportation issue. So just amazing person to follow and an inspiration for really humanity.
Yeah, I didn't realize that. I do like the Tesla, truth be told, but there's not many here in Halifax, unfortunately, but nice looking car.
I think in the next year or two, you're just going to see them everywhere.
Yeah. So if I were to go to your favorite online tool, I mean, that'll just dominate the conversation. So I'm going to keep that one.
Sure. Do you mind if I bring in a person here? She just showed up. Can I bring her in to our call?
Oh, absolutely.
Alexa, Nachos update.
Here's your flash briefing. From Nachos Bracko. Hi Sandra, my name is Alexa and Dean Nachos Bracko invited me to join your video chat. Excited to be part of your discussion about online content and distribution. I don't swear, but be warned that Mr. Nachos might. As you know, Dean likes to talk a lot. I listen to him all day long. Sandra, please keep him on track. Here's the 3 topics to discuss. 1. New messenger list bot for realtors. Dean has a great demo. 2. Brainstorming content ideas with you for your new Alexa skill. And 3. As always, ending the Deals and Heels show with Sandra's 7. Here's my intro to the Deals and Heels show. Sandra Pike sits down with Dean Nachos Bracko to discuss real estate sales and marketing. In 2017, they launched Sandra's messenger chatbot. Holibot was the first realtor chatbot in the world to leave Facebook and go live on her website. If you're an agent or entrepreneur, Go to Facebook and search Sandra Pike Deals and Heels to watch Dean surprise Sandra with her new Alexa skill and discuss strategy for her new messenger list bots. Take it away, Sandra.
Alexa,
Oh my God. So where did Alexa, like that? And now where did she find that?
So Alexa, now you're really quick to do that SoundCloud yesterday without asking questions. That's what I love working with you on. The SoundCloud will be the base for feeding Alexa your Alexa skill.
Yeah.
Obviously, we have to do some work. If you go to Alexa skills on your app now and look for Nachos update.
Hold on, Alexa, I'm writing this down too.
For
So
sure.
Alexa skills, yeah.
And search for Nachos update.
Mm-hmm.
And then that is where I started playing around this morning before, and that's why I didn't talk to you about this. I just got that skill approved, and hopefully I can use those skills to build the Deals and Heels skill. So Alexa's called a skill, and then that content that we want to put out. So in the morning, I get my flash briefing. It'll give me news on, I'll listen to Gary Vaynerchuk, the word of the day, Reuters News, Nachos updates. Now I'll listen to myself. And so now there's a need for content, because what can you do possibly in the Halifax market for a daily update so people can get the news and weather? Maybe it's a real estate update. You kind of have those two sides to you, right? Where you can build a skill to help other realtors with that tip of the day, maybe that motivation, or what locally can we do? And that's going to take some time. And part of the overall discussion, I think you do a great job of producing. I now know that my fridge recall, if I can happen from watching one of your videos, smoking weed or whatever in your house. So some of those videos that you're doing to inform clients about, that information, how do we translate that into a voice kind of daily update? Or maybe it's just, hey, what's going on locally in Halifax?
So before I get into asking you a question about Alexa,
yep,
Alexa's Amazon, right? Would that be the same as Google Home?
It's not. I haven't spent a lot of time on Google Home, but Google Home is essentially what you have on your phone when you say, realtors in Halifax.
Here are the listings for realtors.
Okay,
Yeah, so that's understanding that a little bit. Google Home, I haven't really put a lot of marketing thought into how to do that, but it's mostly search, like restaurants nearby. Hey, call Domino's. Google's doing that. Sonos is coming out with a voice marketing tool, so we just need to understand voice, and then how does, like, if you notice it in my Alexa greeting I did there, I said go to Facebook and search for Sandra Pike Deals and Heels. We need to give how do we give verbal instruction of where to go or what we want them to do?
So can I recap this in my own words to see if
yes.
I'm understanding? So if I am doing verbal content, right?
Yep.
And I am Joe Blow and I'm at home and I'm asking, hey, Alexa, can you give me some Halifax real estate updates? Alexa could potentially find me?
No.
Okay, that's what I thought. Okay.
No, Alexa's not really good at search. Alexa's really good at helping you buy stuff from Amazon.
Yeah.
Excuse me.
Sorry, I don't know that.
Stop. There's a woman
like me.
So Alexa's a lot better to create a flash where you're doing news. To search for you, that's not a good way to use Alexa as a realtor. I'll give you an example. Do you remember the image you just sent me about an update?
I don't know that one.
Alexa, stop. You just did a post on Facebook about realtor to realtor.
Yep.
And your advice. So if you just give me a second here, Alexa, news flash.
Here's your flash briefing. From Nachos.
Alexa,
Bracko.
skip.
From Bali. Here is on this day in history.
Today is
Alexa,
January
stop.
11th.
Alexa, Nachos update. Sorry.
I don't know that.
Alexa, Nachos update.
Here's your flash briefing. From Nachos Bracko. Hi Sandra, my name is Alexa and Nachos Bracko
Alexa,
invited me
skip.
to... Our list bot provides property information, images, videos,
Alexa,
and easy
skip.
link. This week's Realtor tip from Sandra: Pike deals and heels. Staying in touch with your past clients is key to growing strong client relationships. Any contact is good contact, but whenever possible, opt out of digital greetings and opt into personalized.
Alexa, stop.
So how is she finding that? So that's what, I guess that's what I'm missing.
Okay, so that would be uploaded to your SoundCloud. So all I did was take your post, copy and paste it into my SoundCloud description.
Yeah.
And then Alexa read that description.
Okay, so if I am, so I'm learning, I mean, I'm pretty sure that the other agents are stumbling the way I am. So
this is just, I figured out this morning.
You're good. So if I have a listing on 123 Street.
Yes.
Right? And I put that, let's say I talk about the overview and I put that information up on SoundCloud.
Yes.
Yeah, okay.
I would not promote a listing there. It's more for your branding. You're providing information and content. If it's local Halifax, let's call it Halifax, Sandra.
Yeah.
What do people want to get up and hear from you? What news can you provide? What can you do every day or once a week where they're not going to, where they want to listen and get that information from you?
Okay. Okay. So I think that's pretty cool.
And so I think it's easier for you on the real estate side with agents because you provide so much, you're doing so many different things, your medium, your issue, and those updates that you're doing for real estate agents. I think that that's the better way to practice and start with an Alexa skill. Let's just provide this information and then you can lead them over to your Facebook or they can connect with you in Messenger. And I know you guys talk in your groups and that sort of thing. Yeah. But this is all training. Let's understand the voice. There's a lot of real estate agents that have put all their contact information up there, and who cares? I can't really find you. I can't talk to Alexa to get that information. It's not the right venue to do that. Cool.
Okay. Well, I'm definitely going to be interested in working with you over the next few weeks because Alexa and I are going to be friends. Yeah. So no, that is that's awesome. And then you and I I know you've been working on it, and I've just been like, oh my God, okay, I got to catch up to this. So we're creating, Halibot, our artificial intelligence for my listings. I mean, we have the, Hallie. So Hallie, for those of you who don't know, she is my chatbot who lives on my, Messenger is on my Facebook. And then when you get to Messenger, my robot, her name is Hallie. So how are we using Hallie to distribute my listings or to give information about my listings? And are many agents doing that now, or like what's the scoop, do you know?
It's been really difficult for agents. They never really understood social media from the beginning, Facebook, and I think they're catching up. Agents, from everything I've analyzed, are still 3 or 4 years behind, so they may as well not be on Facebook. Yeah. They're using strategies that are no longer relevant.
Well, can I stop you there?
Yeah.
So what would you consider no longer relevant on Facebook?
Just general engaging type posts where it's like, they'll show John Candy, today he would have been 65 years old, or what was your favorite song from 1972? We did that. We went through that for a lot of years, and you'll get a lot of comments. What most companies didn't understand is the reason why you wanted a lot of comments and engagement on your post was to beat the Facebook algorithm.
Yes.
So then Facebook would see that you're very popular, and your next post, hopefully a sales type of post, I have a listing, all of your fans would see it. Most pages, there's usually 2 to 3% of your fans will see a post.
Correct.
So if you're not paying to promote that post, then don't post it.
Okay.
It is pretty much where we're going to go over the next year. So the whole engagement was to bring more traffic to your page to see your sales types posts, but now Facebook's too busy. It's all on mobile. So if you have a chance for somebody to see something about you, you want them to see something real estate related.
Okay.
And Facebook right now, I would treat it like a website.
Really?
If you have a website, the only way you're going to get to people to your website is through advertising elsewhere. Radio, say go to SandraPike or thepikegroup.com. If it's a link from somewhere else, you're promoting your Facebook page the same way. So your posts aren't really going out to the newsfeed, but if you boost that post at your targeted market.
Yeah. A
All of
question
this,
for you.
go ahead.
It's so funny because when I'm scrolling through, you're talking about ads, because when I'm scrolling through Instagram now, I have more ads on my Instagram than I ever had before. And I want to say that's probably been over the last few months. And is that because that you got to get your word out there, right? Because other than that, no one's going to see it.
Absolutely. And I think a lot of small businesses have put their credit cards in now.
Yeah.
By default, Facebook checks off to advertise on Instagram as well.
Yep.
I would not advertise on Instagram. I would advertise on Facebook because it's about a third of the cost.
Mm-hmm.
So if I want to reach you, Sandra, I don't want to reach you on Instagram. I want to reach you 3 times on Facebook instead.
But wouldn't you say there's a different audience on Facebook than who's on Instagram?
Somewhat, but with the budgets that we're working with, and I've spent, $10,000 a week for some clients, doing $50 and $100 here. We're just trying to stretch our small little budget as far as we can.
Okay.
So trying to understand a lot of social has been too difficult to scale. A lot of agents don't want to do the work or really dive in. So what we did was develop a product. Halifax, like the Cadillac, building an audience, showing listings, creating some monthly broadcasts, that sort of thing. But what we did was create a very simple turnkey chatbot, which is basically get a listing. Once you create your whole listing, send us the link to your website. We'll convert that into a conversation. So we'll do your description, a little bit of details about the property, pricing, and images, and then create a way to drive traffic to that chatbot. So I'll just show you here is your prior street. I don't know if you can see that.
Yep.
But now this is in Facebook Messenger, and it takes you right through a whole conversation. You probably get these notifications too.
Yeah.
But now here's the description. We've pulled people away from Facebook. We've pulled them right into Messenger where they can focus on your listing and then look at that gallery, all within Messenger.
Wow.
And then you see the notifications at the top. You as an agent get to see when people start engaging in that post. And what's surprising is being able to contact an agent is very difficult. Finding a phone number and email so many agents have forms and things that people don't do anymore. So we're trying to skip a lot of the social, the Facebook understanding, Instagram, updating your website and say, here's your listing. Here's how you're going to target the people within a 2-mile radius of your listing on Facebook ads, and then generate that awareness. I just kind of call that the bus bench advertising. If you have a house, create an ad on Facebook 2 miles around that area. Friends and neighbors, they're going to want to be nosy. Those nosy neighbors that come to the open house will want to click on that and engage, and then start all that conversation through Messenger. So it's a really easy way for an agent that has very few digital skills or a really bad online presence, or top agents that that have coverage and are looking to promote their listings everywhere.
So question. So I was someone who always boosted a video for my clients, right? Like if I have a listing and I'm on Facebook and I'm going to boost that video. So now I should be using my chatbot and boosting that instead.
Absolutely, because the video, one thing that's happened with videos is the video views have usually been maybe 3 seconds.
Yeah, I knew that. And that's why I got rid of my commercial in the front, because I knew that was happening.
Absolutely. So when people look at video counts and see all these views, it's mostly people scrolling by in the newsfeed. It wasn't an actual view. It creates some branding and awareness. It gets your name and logo out there. But the way we do it now is we'll create a post that you'll boost where people can comment heels below in your case.
Yeah.
And then that prior street bot will engage and give them the price and that description and that easy contact information. And then on the back end, they can also click through to your website to get the full details where you can tag them with your Google Pixel and then start retargeting them on Google.
So I would have to have a different chatbot for every listing?
Absolutely.
And what's the money involved in that, or how hard is that to do that if I don't have a big budget? Is that something I can do on my own, or is that something that?
You can't build the chatbot on your own. You can try, you can study that, but we do it super cheap. We do it for $350 a listing.
Yeah.
And we make it easy. Send me the link or send the link into our form, and then we do all the work and send you back the chatbot, the post, and a video explaining how to advertise and promote it. Over time, your ad budget's discretion, if it's spending $50 or whatever the budget is, depending on that you have for that home, it could be $200 to get that extra boost specifically on that house.
Okay, so things I've learned today, and one, I don't need to be posting my videos anymore. I should be creating a chatbot for my listings.
Post your videos, do them all.
Oh yeah, well, I'm going to do it anyway.
Oh yeah, yeah.
And then the other thing that I can do is learn Alexa skills to help me with my branding here locally.
Yes, do you have an Alexa?
No, but there's a Google thing upstairs, and I haven't gotten into that yet, but maybe Alexa needs to come home with me.
A promo on Alexa. So all of these speakers will go down to $5, $10 because it's a race now to get their device into your home. So Google's going.
Why do I need Alexa though? Because am I just like, because if I'm not going to use Alexa, isn't it better for someone else to have Alexa? Like, do I need it in order to brand? I guess is my question.
You do not need Alexa. You need Alexa to understand how Alexa works and to get used to these changes in this voice technology.
Okay.
So my kids came home. They're 7. Well, my daughter's here, but my son came home. He's 19 years old. A couple of buddies over the Christmas holidays, and that's all they did was play with my Alexa. They added a whole bunch of condoms, drug paraphernalia, everything to my Alexa. I now have Alexa alarm running like 5:30 a.m. So it was just a different way of engaging. He left, and now I have a mess on my Alexa. But listening to them engage and add their music and play around, it's trying to keep up with, did you want the first BlackBerry, or did you want to say nobody ever needs to email on their phone? So these devices get familiar so you can market better.
Yeah, that makes sense. So I could probably answer this question. Your favorite online tool would have to be a chatbot.
Messenger.
Messenger. I'm getting
Messenger. I love the video. I love the being able to leave a voice message, the chat, the easy sharing. There's no real reason for me to go into my inbox on my Gmail, because if I can just get things done quickly on Messenger, talk to the kids, talk to clients, and then automate some of that with chatbots.
Nice. I like it. So let's talk about your routine. I mean, you seem, every time I've talked to you over the 2 years now, you are like, so what's a day like in, do you have a routine? Like, do you actually even get 8 hours of sleep at night? Like, you just go?
Yeah, so that's been my focus. I used to do like 120, 130 hours, and it was ridiculous going, especially back in the old Facebook days where things were moving fast organically. Building chatbots has freed up some time to slow things down and then really focus what I'm building on. My routine now is I try to get to bed 10:30 to midnight. And I've been able to sleep in some days till 6:37. This morning I woke up. My routine is against everything that's trained. This morning I woke up with an email from Amazon that said your Alexa skills been approved. And I was a million ideas. SoundCloud. Here's this. How's this going? Oh, and I think I sent you a couple of messages, and you're going, he's crazy. I don't know what he's talking about, but he's really excited about something.
Yeah.
And so everything we just heard today came from this morning to now.
Wow.
And I think technology changes that fast, or the creativity. There's opportunity.
Yeah.
Once everybody's doing it, the opportunity's gone. There'll be the next thing.
Absolutely. And you know what? It's so funny. All realtors are always looking for, even just, they're always looking for someone else, right? But I think it's important for an agent to understand a little I know enough about Facebook and Google just to be dangerous, but I'm nowhere near your level. But there's no reason why a realtor can't do some of this. Well, not a chatbot though, but there's no reason why a realtor can't do some of like the stuff that you and I talked about over the years on their own, because I really feel that you need to understand it. And, and you have to, whatever you're posting or whatever you're doing really has to be organic and have that sincerity. And you can't give it to a big company. Am I correct to say that? Or
100%. And as I've changed the clients I want to go after, I've always recommended if you're the owner, do it, learn it.
Yeah.
Hire an assistant, like build it out, understand it, and then give that to your assistant there's enough work to do it internally that you can pay somebody. You can't hire an agency. What I used to charge, a small business couldn't afford.
Yeah.
And then all these social media gurus, they're so far behind. It's all public now, so you can see what people are doing, and it's wrong. So learn it and do it yourself. And I don't think that any realtor should really be doing an Alexa skill right now unless they have their messenger strategy down and their content strategy. I can't build a chatbot for somebody that doesn't have content. I can't build an Alexa skill for somebody that doesn't have content.
Yeah.
And you can't farm that out because there's like Back at You Media or whatever that's just posting links to blogs. Who cares?
Yeah. No, I barely believe. I mean, I've been working on my Facebook business page since 2012 now, and my Facebook business page is 2012. So content is key, and again, it is stuff that I'm posting, and it's not stuff that I'm getting from everywhere else. And I want people to see who I am on my business. So I can be able to get more. So that's creating the videos. And in the beginning, I mean, I didn't have money to pay someone to help me for my videos, so I was doing it myself, right?
Absolutely.
And then learning the platforms, but even if you don't, I think it's understanding the platforms first, like understanding Google, understanding YouTube, how they both work together, understanding Facebook, understanding Messenger, how they work together. How now you can bring in the Instagram, and it's if I can pull off 70 deals a year, there's and I'm still doing a lot of my own stuff, but like the real techie stuff, I'm leaving that to you because I have no patience. But I really believe that you need to be understand and not just leave it in the hands of someone else that they're not. You need to understand what it is that you're doing and what market that you want to reach. So. I really feel that that's important. And, the messenger and the chatbot, well, I mean, that's millennials, right? And so, as we're aging, I still need to talk to someone who's 10, 20 years younger than I am, right? So.
I sold a truck because somebody didn't want to talk to people, a millennial, a Ford dealership in Saskatchewan. And they were talking to the chatbot, and a salesman called and they said, we're not interested in talking, finished talking to the bot. Bought a truck, 40 grand.
Wow, crazy.
So these things have happened. I think, Sandra, one thing too, and we can go on a fair bit, but if they join your Deals and Heels page and start talking to SandraBot, and direct all that traffic, I think we can just, like, so many of the ideas that we've talked about, you're going to share in Messenger, so that way, and watch your other videos. I've watched both of them. This is where you're getting real content. Jason was great. David was good. It's David, not Dave. Like, having your name set on every site was such a great tip.
Yeah, absolutely.
If he calls himself Dave and David, I don't know how to find him on Alexa Dave or Alexa David, right?
Yeah, no, you have the consistency, and you know, and it is having provided the good content. And Dean, so I mean, again, you and I have been working together now for 2 years. Yeah, going on 2 years. And I can't believe how much your company has, you know, helped me grow with my brand on social media. And like, I'm like written up in stories, and I mean, and I attribute all that to you, because I mean, you are the brains, and you're just making me look smart, which is great. But I mean, it's just amazing how you've been able to, you know, help real estate agents. And I know you're working with Sean and a few more of my friends across Canada. So, but I just think it's phenomenal to be able to do that, and that is a task that I truly do not want to take on my own. Oh, you're finding something that Sean's doing?
You're very kind. Thank you. And this is a bit of a shout out to Sean. The reason why you and Sean are great, and so many other clients, you're awesome to work with, but kind of an update. I just checked.
Oh, he's beating me. What the heck is that?
So big shout out to Sean Ryan out in Sarnia. What's that one above both of you?
Oh, well, whatever. So for those people who don't know that,
and that's BMW way down below us.
I know IKEA is down below too. So what that is chatbots, right? That are built within Messenger. So if you are on your Facebook, you go into Messenger, and then I think it's at the left-hand side, you see like a little lightning bolt. Well, that's a discovery app, right? Or discovery for your chatbots. And you go in there, and it's quite the story to tell you, you know, Mr. Seller, like, hey, we rank higher than IKEA. And oh yeah, your Discover store. So that little, yeah, it's awesome. And so yeah, no, it's been quite something. You know, I have to make myself a note again. I just changed my listing presentation, and I forgot to add that in.
Do you have this in your listing presentation?
Oh, the deals and heels. Oh, that's my scan code.
Yes.
And every profile picture, folks, by the way, on your Messenger is a scan code. That's something I learned as well.
And this is what we're doing for your Prior Street home. Put your scan code in there, and then you can leave it with the homeowners. Anybody looking can come scan it. It allows them to start talking to your Prior Street bot and sharing it with their friends locally as well. So this is something we'll get to again, but this scan code, if you have somebody walk through a home and they scan that, they get to get back in their car or get home and start looking through and looking at the home again.
Oh my God.
And then on the agent side, if you go in and do a listing presentation and go up against 2 other agents, go lead with your Messenger strategy, because the other 2 don't have a clue what Messenger is, and they won't have a Messenger strategy. You're done. You got that deal. Keep moving.
My mind is going overload. You do
Sorry.
it time. So the big thing I guess you would recommend to agents is the, you know, content chatbot, then the Alexa, correct?
Absolutely. And take a picture and put it up online, because your picture from 2012, are you kidding me? We all have phones. Take pictures, take videos, create content. Who cares if it's good? Like I'm not afraid to come online looking like me. So like, just take your picture, put it up there. And the more content, the better you'll get. The more that you do it, you got to put in the effort. And the last tip I would have for an agent, Google yourself. Google your phone number, Google your name, and Google your email address.
Yeah.
Find out all these sites that you need to fix, update, and get your consistent message. Check out Sandra's other video where David was talking about your consistent message across all the sites. Go look for it and fix it. It's 2019.
Wow. So if you were to go back 20 years ago, and what would you tell your 20-year-old? Look at me just saying you're 40. What would you go back and tell your 20-year-old self now?
I would go back and tell my 20-year-old self, do what you're passionate about.
Yeah.
You have a decade to do anything. Your life doesn't start till you're 30. Figure out what you like and try it, and figure out, don't worry about money or school, or just find your passion and do that. You can do everything else and start your life when you're 30. Don't listen to your parents.
You know what, life, it was so funny. My min just turned 27, and I said, oh, wait till you turn 30. 30 was the hardest for me. I kept seeing wrinkles, 40 came and went and I was fine. So at 50 next year, like I'm thinking,
What?
yeah, I know, it's crazy. I'm 50. It's going to be like, 50 next.
I'm gonna stay away from creepy comments. I already screwed up earlier.
But yeah, no,
You look good.
50 and fit is my goal. So I'm behaving. And so 5 years from now, where do you where do you see yourself? Like working on a beach somewhere and doing your thing for real estate agents?
Making a massive impact. I really think we're going through a change. Probably 80% of real estate agents won't be real estate agents 5 years from now.
Wow.
Everybody's losing their jobs. Everybody's going out of business. Things are changing. It's not a negative thing, but I think being able to, this business it's going to explode this year. This is the year where it's just ramping right out. And then having more of a cushion to really work on things to help a greater kind of, and I haven't really defined what it is, but you look at these GM workers that are out of business. We saw that coming for 20 years.
Yeah.
But what's going to be surprising is how many regular jobs, accountants, people that are being out of work that will need coaching and figure out what they want to do with their life and adjust to all these changes. Truck drivers are out of business, driverless truck.
Yeah.
Uber's already putting cabs out of business. Uber drivers are out of business with a driverless car.
Yeah.
Accountants can be replaced by software. Every job, and not every job, but almost every job, there's lawyer bots out there now that are class action lawsuits, replacing a lot of legal work. I think in 5 years from now, to be able to have a platform to really coach people and find people that want to find their passion and help create all those new industries and transition to that.
Wicked. It's so funny. Before we head out here, I was with my financial planner today, and he was talking about they have I can't remember the word, but they're using AI as well. So, and that's being promoted. So use AI as opposed to going to your financial planner and skip the fees or have lower fees, right? Like, yeah, I mean, he was just like amazed at, that's what's happening in his industry. So we're all seeing it. And you really need to be ahead of the game, and you just can't be, sitting and praying to God your phone rings. And because that's not, again, only 8 years in the business, and I've evolved so much and changed so much of what I've been doing just to keep up and to be with the times. And meeting people like yourself a couple of years ago, it has been, it's paid off in dividends, to my business and where I'm headed, because I don't want to be left behind. Like, I want to continue to grow. I have at least probably another 7 years in this industry. And I don't want some young person coming up and beat me. I just want to continue to grow. And, I like the competition, and I want to have a retirement plan. So you had to be forever evolving.
And I think you're doing the right thing. You've built such a community and the energy around you with other agents, with coaches, and however this change happens, you have a network across North America that you're working with top high-level people. Everybody's going to adjust and just kind of bring each other along and keep up with the change. I think you're doing an amazing job. It's the energy.
Yeah, and I appreciate our friendship. So thank you. So anything to sign off, where we're going to leave it off?
Well, let's leave it off with your gift to any other agent is $50 off our new list bot if they use promo code Pike.
Awesome.
Because Deals and Heels is too hard for me to type. Pike is like short. Just put that in the referral code or promo code bot, and it's $50 courtesy of Sandra Pike and the Deals and Heels show.
Yay!
Thank you, Sandra.